time I see Molly, it gives me a shit ton of anxiety. I think she's getting the point that it's always going to be recorded. Anytime she comes anywhere near me and starts walking around and pacing around where I'm at, I'm going to make sure that it's recorded. You do not get to victimize disabled people and get away with it, not even if you're a woman. You don't get to take advantage of the elderly, not even if you're a woman. When you're out here homeless, taking advantage of people who are homeless, it is not okay. Anyway, there's a gentleman working on his vehicle here. I'm not going to show him or his vehicle, but I step closer to him and where he's at just because it does make me feel safer. You've been talking to me like I'm a person this morning, and he's kind of on the same journey as me, trying to save lives. Anyway, she'll stop and fucking stare at me till I get my camera pulled out and fucking point it at her. I was sitting here, and she stopped there to fucking stare at me. And of course, you can't see her or identify her through all of that shit. So I had to get out, and I definitely did not want to get out. But god damn it, I have to make sure that when she comes by, she knows it's going to be fucking recorded 100% of the time. You're not gonna fucking pull shit on me. Part of the issue, of course, is that by the time I've pulled out my camera and gotten it started, well, she's done gawking like a perv. And she's, of course, gotten the point to continue walking, thank goodness. This makes it more expensive, of course, because I gotta try to find money to go buy food instead of utilizing the church feeds, I guess. What a bunch of fucking horse shit. 1:15 in the afternoon. I guess there's food over there at 2. Somebody else was telling me it was from like 11 to 11:30 though. That's half an hour and it's already passed. Somebody else was telling me it starts at 2 o'clock at another church. I park here because this is a public fucking park. I'm allowed. Being as my vehicle is not having as much of a presence down there at Fred Meyer, I'm less likely to get fucked with down there if I park down there because I don't park there as much. But that's private property. The more time I spend there, the more chances I have of getting fucked with. So, making sure I don't get fucked with. On the bright side, I got some Tillamook cheese. So Marcus, he was messaging with me about the abuse there. He's messaging me again. I'm not sure if it'll let me read the messages here, so I'm going to try it actually. I'm going to test it out. All right. We'll just go back to Friday. All right, let me see. Friday was when we were going to meet up. Let's see. Oh, well, shoot, might as well go back to October 3rd. What's going on? He typed, "What's going on? I have been by St. Vinny's a few times, have not seen you." That's because obviously, there's more messages before this. I've been gone for a whole month. I've been messaging him in Facebook Messenger because he's my friend on Facebook. And he became my friend on the day I met him because of the situation in the Hood River hospital. But there's also the situation with Jamie. And so when I had to hurry up and wait, and then he went on vacation, like that forced me into a situation where I was victimized until I had to leave there for my own safety and the safety of others. Anyway, he typed, "What's going on? I have been by St. Vinny's a few times and have not seen you." I typed I was victimized into leaving. I let him know my phone number, and I typed I was victimized into leaving, but I'm still trying to get to the bottom of this. And then it's the video with Jamie getting assaulted. He typed, "Hey, do you mind if I give your number to Courtney? We want to get to the bottom of this as well. This is not okay for you being victimized and had to leave. We want to help and report it and make sure whoever is doing this is held accountable." I typed, "Thank you. My phone is off now. I'm trying to get it turned back on. Yes, you can have my number. My email address is doggedroman@gmail.com, and I am okay with that being given out too. I wish my phone was on. The stuff at Hood River Hospital when I was poisoned, that's the legal definition anyway." He typed, "Did you know that if you go to Cricket and show them proof of being low income, like being on food stamps, you get free phone with free 5 years service? You can walk out with one that day." Well, I looked into it, and the thing is that if I'd have had help doing that while I was still getting disability and still getting food stamps, it would have made a difference. But I didn't have help doing that, and people telling me to do stuff with everything else that's on my plate. All of these people are just adding more and more and more difficulties to it. So, I mean, I'm completely overwhelmed with this. As far as the phone goes, he's right, and I have looked into it, and I have also looked into it before in other places where I was told that there was a free phone thing. But those places, they required me to show them proof of address in that local community. So, I mean, what they're doing here in Oregon is a little bit different, but not by much. Anyway, he typed, "You can walk out with one that day." I typed, "Looking into it now." I also have to go to an insurance place, so I will be out of internet for about 30 minutes. And I was able to get the internet thing, or the insurance, by the way. He typed, "Okay, we shall be in touch." I typed, "I'm back in internet range now for about an hour, but I can try to drag it out if need be." That was when they were helping me at the Seventh-day Adventist over at the food bank part of it. I typed, let me see. "Okay, my phone is on now." This is on Friday, of course. "Is on now thanks to Tillamook Seventh-day Adventist Church. You and she may call me now. I really hope you may call at your soonest convenience. I like you and am trying to establish trust with you, and I'll do the same with the lady you want to give my number to. You might not realize it, but I'm more at risk than Jamie." And that is actually true. He typed, "Okay, We will be getting together Monday and we'll call you. You're in Tillamook now. So, yeah, we had to postpone it Friday and try to do it today. He typed, okay, we will be getting together Monday and we'll call you. You're in Tillamook now. I typed, yes, sir. I was hoping to speak with you about the situation with being drugged in Hood River and the situation with the hospital over the incident. I have the recording of the incidents, because it was more than one, by the way. I also typed, I took a lot of abuse in that parking lot for protecting Jamie. Nobody protected me. I'm assuming Monday would be about the situation with Jamie. I can talk over Messenger if you want, but texting gives me severe anxiety due to the ease of miscommunication. I just want to hear what you found out when you looked into the hospital thing. You typed, yes, we can speak about it all. We will call you, not text, which is nice. I typed, thank you. I have no way to keep safe until then, but I will try. And thank goodness for the Seventh-day Adventist. They helped me to get the things that I needed to at least keep my evidence safe for, well, safer than it would be if I had no insurance, no gas, and no other resources whatsoever. Anyway, I typed, let's see, he typed, yes, we can speak about it all. We will call you, not text. I typed, thank you. I have no way to keep safe until then, but I will try. Is there a time we are aiming for today? That was texted to him, obviously, today. He typed, I am trying to reach Courtney now, but no luck yet. I normally meet her on Tuesdays at the shelter. She is definitely someone I want to be with me when we talk, because does not stand for anyone being victimized and will be a big help to avoid this type of thing happening to others as well, which is exactly the point. I typed, KK, thank you. He typed, I'll let you know. I think she is working today. I am about to do some rounds and we'll try and locate her. So, I mean, the way that he made it seem, just the way that he typed it, made it seem like it was a thing that was going to happen today. And then today he was texting me, and it's not quite that cut and dry, which I get a lot of that. And a lot of times I'll spend a whole day, because you guys saw me setting up my computer. It took over an hour. Let me finish read this, and I'll explain it. I typed, KK, thank you. He typed, I'll let you know. I think she is working today. I'm about to do some rounds, and we'll try and locate her. I typed, KK, I spend a lot of time hurry up and waiting, so when it takes days, weeks, or months to get a conversation going, that's all time that helps the predators get away. I had a guy waste a week of my time in Hood River, resulting in more abuse. By the way, that guy was my dad. Resulting in more abuse, so I wasn't happy about missing opportunities over him promising to help. Marcus typed back, yeah, I understand there has been a big problem with staffing, and so many clients, it's been hard to link with the right people. Courtney is the main person to stop that kind of shit from happening. When I was told her this last Friday, she was not happy. I do have an appointment with her tomorrow at the shelter and was going to bring up all the stuff you were put through to the shelter people. This may work out for the better with us being on the phone while at the shelter, because you should not have to be put through that, and something should be done to stop stuff like that. And he typed, problem is that the place is ran by some church people who don't know how to manage things like this. Honestly, the place needs to be ran more professional. The place needs to have security staff policing the drug use that is happening down there and making it not the place where all addicts can go to use. I typed, indeed, you are correct about the last message 100%. The unprofessionalism of DHS and local law enforcement are also recorded, including intimidation and threats against my friends and family. I am disabled physically and mentally because of the abuse. It takes me 30 minutes to shut down my computer once I set it up. So when I'm waiting on a call, I can't take it in Starbucks, so I have to just not set up, which results in nothing getting done except wasting a day if the call isn't made. If we had a specific time, I could at least schedule some of this and complete it instead of sitting in my car praying you call today so I don't lose another day. He typed, let me see when she wants to meet at St. Vinny's. Alright, so I'm not sure if this has remained recording through this. I hope it has been. The situation with Molly, you know, if she's gonna come anywhere near me, I have enough experience taking abuse from her to know that I need to record it. She is less likely to do so if she knows she's being recorded. Now, my question is, if you don't record it, does that mean that you're asking for abuse? Because the reality is, if you don't record it, then they get to pretend that it didn't happen. Now, as a male, this is extremely important, because as a male, a woman just pretending that you might, she literally does not have to show a shred of evidence. Not a shred of evidence. But you, as a male, you're looking at an uphill battle both ways just to be allowed to show evidence or make a police report. Especially if you're disabled, especially if you're homeless, especially if you're broke. When I'm having anxiety, for example, I made a couple of videos this weekend with Marcus Ibarra's name in it, and yes, I fucking screamed, fucking livid. It's not even the whole him thing, it's the fact that this is how it always is. When it comes to the on Friday thing, and that I'm stuck almost losing all my resources, if it hadn't been for the Seventh-day Adventist, then him not contacting me like that, especially over months, especially with all of the expenses that it's cost me, especially with having zero assistance with this. But again, it's not just him. Hopefully him and this Courtney lady are able to help coordinate with myself and with the lady there in the Dalles, who is with the Department of Health and Human Services with this child safety and protection part. Her boss, on the other hand, he is a fucking goddamn fuck nugget. And if that fucking goddamn piece of shit thinks that he can bully his way back into a situation where he fucking antagonized, threatened, and fucking intimidated an at-risk adult for trying to turn in human trafficking, I'll be god fucking damned he's gonna get somebody killed. I believe the guy's name is, God, it's not Dan, it's, Dan with CFL. He was actually alright. He didn't do anything. He was useless as tits on a boar. He wasted funds on a hotel room that really, if we're going to get me a hotel room, we got to have somebody there to look at evidence and help share it. When it comes to me having to deal with predators everywhere I go, yes, I'm aware that they're everywhere. That's why I record them everywhere. I'm also aware that I am up against a lot of women who have been taught, especially over the last 30 years, now that women have literally more rights than everyone else in the country. We've got a lot of young women who want to pretend like we're still going through women's suffrage. They ain't got the right to vote and so on and so forth. Also pretending that every single man out there is earning more money than every single woman out there. Well, you're playing on stereotypes now. When you're telling me I got to go to the back of the bus because men earn $49,000 a year, I don't make even $10,000 a year, bud. And now with my disability money taken away because I am too disabled to jump through all of the hoops to make sure that I can even make it to my appointment for disability or even make the phone calls. I mean, I am overwhelmed with having to jump through hoops, just basic survival bullshit. And then you want to add all the rest of this stuff on. You gotta add that, yeah, I gotta be afraid of going to where the services are now because one of my predators found out where the services are. Now the fact that she walks by my vehicle and fucking stops and gawks, waits for me to pull out my camera before fucking continuing on, it's not fucking cool. She can leave me alone. It sucks that I don't, well, obviously, we got two different people telling us two different stories about where the food is today. One of them saying it's the Seventh-day Adventist, and the other one is saying that it's at the Red Church over there that they hold the Klan meetings in. When I'm frustrated and I'm venting like that, it's because it's an extreme situation. Without the Seventh-day Adventist Church helping me out the way that they did, I might not have my vehicle right now. I would be having a fucking non-stop panic attack about having a vehicle with no insurance. And I might be contemplating or possibly even attempting suicide due to not being able to call anybody or be in contact with anybody because I didn't have a phone. For autistic folks, that phone is our lifeline. That phone is the difference between, well, between being alive today or becoming Elijah McClain. Obviously, Molly didn't stop and fucking threaten to kill me, and she didn't start beating on my vehicle. But you know what? That's because she knew for goddamn sure she was being recorded. I made it obvious. It just sucks that it takes 30 to 40 seconds for it to fucking do everything that it needs to do so that I can actually record this shit. So like for 30 to 40 seconds, she can basically do whatever the fuck she wants, unless I'm already recording and I'm able to just pick up the phone and point it at her. Like I did, what was it, yesterday, day before? I do feel bad for the lady, I really do. Most of the places she's going, she's either got to ride the bus or she's got to walk. If she wants to come up here to where the food is, she's got to walk up here from wherever the hell it is she's staying. At the same time, a man is told, well, it's your fault for being there. It's your fault for being there. If she's stalking me, it's my fault for existing, right? Kind of like that guy who drives around in the Dolphin. If he wants to fucking stalk me in Hood River, and once I leave Hood River and all over, if he wants to stalk me all over the fucking country, he can. Nobody's gonna do a goddamn thing. That's why those people in Hood River needed to do their fucking jobs to begin with. When I say those people, I'm talking about the police. I'm talking about the Center for Living. Tamara was the first person that I got to meet from Center for Living, and within 30 seconds, she'd already established herself as a complete and total fucking fucknut. Useless beyond goddamn belief. And then, of course, you've got hundreds of thousands of dollars that you're spending to incarcerate people who need help. And, of course, as Marcus It's one of the things I've been telling you. You want to pretend I'm making it up, that I'm schizophrenic and so on and so forth. This guy works with the fucking hospitals, all right? Hospitals and homeless shelters, and of course, addiction and treatment centers. That's what the guy does. When he's talking about the staffing issues that I've been telling you about, very fucking real. We got staffing issues because they've been defunded, but not defunded so much that they can't continue to put innocent people in jail and prison, paid for by the county. You guys want to talk about defunding of the police and those poor police? Fuck them. Fuck them. So now they don't have as big a budget for evidence planting. Oh, fucking well. They still have plenty of budget for locking people up just for fucking existing. They still got plenty of budget to put you on a fucking bus to get you out of town if you try telling on their officers. They still got plenty of fucking budget to send you to a nuthatch. They got plenty of money to pay to have you incarcerated on bunk charges. They've got plenty of money. They've got plenty of resources. If the police department isn't getting enough money to fucking rape the homeless, well, shit, they'll dip into the mental health fund. Oh, well, we'll just call him mentally ill. We'll have him sent to a nuthatch, no problem. We'll lie to the nuthatch and we'll say, oh, well, this person is on drugs and schizophrenic. What a fucking dumbass. You cannot fucking diagnose somebody as schizophrenic in a day. You can't fucking do it. Maybe you should read the DSM-5, you fucking stupid porkers. Number 2, a police officer is not licensed to diagnose schizophrenia nor delusions. The fact that I was trying to turn in said officers shows motive and intent for the criminal acts that they committed repeatedly across the country, and not just to me, but to many others. You want to march us into the sea, but you won't allow us so much as a staging area to fucking do so. You have said loud and clear, you do not want homeless people in the United States. You want us out. If you could ship us all to fucking Canada or Mexico, you would. If the United States could do to the homeless what they did to Native Americans in Nebraska in the 1950s and 60s, which is anybody who's brown-skinned in western Nebraska gets put on one of them old military buses, and they process them all and take them all and drop them off in fucking Mexico. That's what they did. That's right. Racism is very much a part of this country. I do not turn a blind eye to it. It does exist. It is wrong. But it's also wrong to sell a narrative that something happened because of racism when all of the evidence shows that it wasn't. It is so incredibly wrong to play that fucking narrative just to win. I believe in doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And that does include protecting you. If you are in my immediate vicinity and you are in danger of being victimized or currently being victimized, not only will my camera come out, my mouth will open. I want you to look on my channel for a video called Jamie Again. The video Jamie Again starts with Jamie trying to get away from this guy who later claims to be her brother, and he socks her in the back of the head. She's trying to get the fuck away from him, and he socks her in the back of the head. And then he thinks he's going to justify it by claiming he's her brother, which in turn turns it into a domestic violence dispute, which is more time for him. He needs to use his brains. He wasn't using his brains. He was looking at the fact that this girl is half his size, could not defend herself, and all he's got to do to try to get away with it is say she's mentally ill. Well, fuck you, asshole, it's recorded. You got fucking busted. You do not get to hurt Jamie. It is not okay. Of course, having to work with the safety and protection of myself against nut jobs like Molly here, it cuts me off from so many resources that when somebody says, hey, I need them to actually do. You know, there's so much of my time that has been eaten up because I have to document and show the situations. I have to show that I'm telling the fucking truth because I have a penis. My guilt is assumed. All of the crimes that these assholes committed and got away with, all of them got away with them by pretending that I was schizophrenic. All of them. By using the term mentally ill to pretend like I must be schizophrenic. To intentionally mislead the public repeatedly. And that is not okay. Now, in the interest of not pissing my pants, good to be rid of you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind.